Hi, welcome back to Kingdom Warrior Fitness. It is week 3. Today's day 4. So we're still going to be continuing our active recovery between each set today for 1 minute between each of your sets. And we're back to our pulling workout. So we're going to be working on our back and biceps today. First thing we're going to start off with is pull-ups. So do a pull-up. You can do any kind of grip you want. I'm not going to say you have to do just your fat bar pull up. You can do if you have a multi-grip pull-up bar, do whatever you're most comfortable. You're gonna target different parts of your back or your biceps more depending on how far out your arms are. If you're going out wide grip, you're gonna get more of your lats. If you're gonna go your close neutral grip like this, you're gonna be getting more of your biceps. I like just the kind of more just standard wide grip. And you're just gonna drive your elbow straight down, pulling your back up, tightening your lats as you go through the range of motion. In between each set, we're going to be doing 4 sets to failure. In between each set, you'll be doing jumping jacks. So, some alternatives. I know that not everybody can do pull-ups. So, if you can't do pull-ups, some things you can do are stepping up to the bar, holding yourself and doing it like an eccentric lowering of your body. You can do an inverted row, putting the bar up like we did in the first week. Here, I can show you. You can do an inverted row, getting your body out and pulling your body up to the bar. Or another alternative, I'm going to show you this one, but you can get like a pull down bar on the cable and then pull it down to work your lats. Those are your options there. Like I said, 4 sets to failure with your jumping jacks in between. Next is Renegade Rows. You won't need a whole lot of weight for these. You can load it up. Take 2 dumbbells, put them on the ground. Get on the ground. I'm going to make sure you can see this. And what you're going to be doing is pulling the weight up and kind of rotating a little bit, trying to keep your back straight. 3 sets. We're going to be going, our rep range is increasing this week, 12 to 15 reps per set. So 3 sets of that, and we'll just do like running in place in between. To be honest, you can do any of these. It doesn't matter which active recovery you do. I like to switch it up. So I'm just pulling them, kind of out of a hat when I assign these. I do try and pair them up to some things that complement each other. But if you like jumping jacks, you can honestly do that between each of your sets for active recovery. You can do your high knees, your kettlebell swings. You can take a bench and do your step-ups, your dumbbell step-ups. You can do your step-ups with your knee raise. You can take a bench and jump, hold your hands and jump from one side to the other. You can do anything that just keeps your heart rate up. You can run on the treadmill for 1 minute, whatever you like. I like to switch it up so that you're actually kind of activating other parts of your body. Next up are called Angel of Deaths. So, how many sets? I said 3 sets of 12 to 15. Angel of Deaths, you'll be laying on your stomach. You get your feet up behind you and your trunk up. And by feet, your knees and your toes are off the ground. You can start with your hands at the palm or at the top, it doesn't really matter. What we're going to be doing is taking your arms and going up to your top of your head. And in 5-second cadences, bringing your arms around to your side while keeping your hands to your trunk and your legs up off the ground. So I don't know if you can see that very well. So if your trunk and your legs are off the ground, just your belly's on the ground, and you're taking your hands, going around in the 5-second cadences. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that for 12 to 15 reps. And then you can do your speed skaters is what I had time for that. Next up are spider curls. So take a bench, put it at an incline. Excuse me, I'm kind of battling a upper respiratory infection here, so please don't mind I'm kind of trying to get over it here. Kind of got a little bit of a cough and just sinus drainage. So you'll be getting your body, your stomach and your chest are on the bench, and spider curls, you're just hanging your arms down and curling the weight up like so. Pretty easy. Now, it's not easy because you can load up the weight, but easy to explain. 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps, kettlebell or dumbbell swings in between each set. I can show that again. We won't be doing the single arms for this one, we'll be doing both arm kettlebell swings. So take a dumbbell or a kettlebell, getting it here, and what the movement is all in your hips. I'm not actually raising my shoulders. The more I get into the exercise, the higher the weight starts to go. The last thing are hammer curls. We're not going to be doing the pronation this time. Take some dumbbells, neutral grip, you're bringing them up. We're not alternating, we're going at the same time. And we're going to be doing 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. In between each set, you can do your double knee touches. So. And that's today's exercise. 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps of the hammer curls. Again, excuse me for my sinus drainage. Today's verse is Galatians 5:22 to 23. It's about fruits of the Spirit. But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, longsuffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. There's a constant battle at war, constant war going on within our soul, our spirit, and our flesh. That takes place over our soul. We have to reach out, and we can't overcome the temptation of the sins of the flesh on our own. We absolutely need to reach out and use the Holy Spirit and ask for God to strengthen us when we're tempted. If you're not being meek, if you're not being happy, joyful, loving, and reaching out, helping others, long-suffering, and then you're probably finding yourself being prideful and having anger, lustfulness, and there's a whole list of sin, of the fruits of the flesh. I didn't pull that one up to contrast it, but then you're living on your own. You're living by your own flesh, and if you are a saved person, you're not to be living as your old man anymore, or your woman. You're not your old self. You have died and put the flesh off. You have crucified and buried the flesh with Jesus on the cross. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're never gonna fail and sin, because I do it all the time, and so do you. But what we are supposed to be doing is we're a new person. We are supposed to be separate from the world and living our lives differently than the world lives, and we can easily see how the world lives as we watch, horrible things that society's doing that are deemed normal and even good in today's time. But that's not what God called us to live. So this is just a reminder to be living through the Spirit, living by the Spirit, praying every day that the Holy Spirit fills you up, that you are filled with the Holy Spirit. So every day you should be praying for a renewed mind, to be focused on God, and for the Holy Spirit to be working in you. And I pray that that's what you guys are doing. And I'm going to leave you with reading Genesis 35 to 37, Psalms 12, and Mark 14, so we can get through the Bible in 1 year. I hope you guys are all getting through these okay, and wish you guys all the best. You can pray for me if you like, just to get over this sickness. You can still work out if you're sick. I was going to say that earlier. It depends on what you have, though. If it's just something like when I had an upper respiratory infection, when I was in school, at college, I did a report on this. We had to look up and read scholarly journals on it, and most evidence pointed to, like, if you work exercise during a cold, it's not going to hurt you. It's not really going to. It can benefit you just because you're getting you are exercising and you're getting rid of the infection. But if you have a fever, if you're feeling like you're throwing up, like if you're nauseous and stuff like that, those are things that you shouldn't work out for. I don't have that. I just have the sinus drainage that's causing me to cough and be stuffy and miserable. But pray for me that this gets over with quickly, and I wish you guys all a great day.